Good afternoon, Bulldog fans, and we are inside Anders Gymnasium on the campus of DuQuoin High School as the Carmi-White County Bulldogs will wrap up the DuQuoin Tip-Off Classic as they take on the West Frankfort Redbirds. Cole Carter and Travis Black. Haley Winkleman back at the WRUL studio, and Asher Penrod with us here in the gym for those of you watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. If you're just catching up, the Bulldogs lost about 2 hours ago against the Heron Tigers. And what was a barn burner, a shootout, as the Tigers won that one 77-67 to give the Bulldogs their first loss of the season. And Travis, talking to you after the game, talking to the coaches after the game, and the fans, I think it's a general agreement that the Bulldogs probably won't face a team as good as Heron the rest of the year, and you can't really hang your head about a 10-point loss to them.
I mean, yeah, they're a great basketball team. They're 3A. They're a bigger school than us. I mean, they go 11 deep. It's just that team is very talented. 1 through 11, and since Carmi only goes 1 through 6, and tired legs, a lot of different things happened in that game. But there's nothing for Carmi to hang their head about. It was a great game.
The pregame show is driven by Rice Motors and Carmi. Take ricemotors.com for a test drive now and give Rice a try before you buy. You'll be glad you did. So what we know about West Frankfort, well, they are 0-3 in this tournament, losing to DuQuoin. Actually, they're 1-2 now. They won earlier today against Cairo, but they lost to DuQuoin earlier this week, lost to Heron last night by 58 points, then beat Cairo earlier this morning. So they're trying to finish the tournament 2-2. And Travis, yes, on paper, Carmi is the much better team in this matchup, but you also got to consider the Bulldogs played just 2 hours ago. Did not go very deep in that game, so the starting five and Trey Dixon going to be pretty tired. A good chance for West Frankfort to really sneak one on Carmi here in what you could call a trap game.
Yeah, I mean, Carmi's really fatigued from just playing 2 hours ago. West Frankfort's got a little more rest in them. I mean, they played earlier this morning, but, a little more downtime. And with Carmi only going 6 deep in that first game, it really did tire out of legs, and you saw at the end of the game. But Carmi is just way more talented that I've seen between them and West Frankfort, so it should be a game that Carmi, in theory, should win. But again, with tired legs makes weak men out of all of us, so we'll just see how it goes.
The Bulldogs earlier this afternoon in that loss against Heron, really the two biggest things, the biggest difference in the game. Heron went 5 of 6 from downtown in the second half, and the Bulldogs just have one too many fouls. Bryce Connor fouled out, Tyler Gomat fouled out. And Travis, when you're a team that only goes about 6 deep, if you get in foul trouble, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, it's tough. With only going 6 deep, you can't get in foul trouble. That's just something that really cannot happen. I mean, Mitchell had 4. We had, was it Gavin or somebody like that had 3? I mean, we were just fouling them way too many times. We were playing good defense to start in the first half, and we were keeping out of foul trouble for the most part. And then that second half, we got a little sloppy. And again, tired legs makes it, instead of just sliding your feet, you kind of start to reach a little bit. And that's really what hurt Carmi in terms of fouls. They just got tired.
This is me and Travis, the 6th game of the week. It's been a long week being here in DuQuoin. Of course, a couple of girls' basketball games as well. But our 6th game here to broadcast on WRUL. And appreciate those of you tuning in on WRUL as well as the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. We're going to head out our broadcast schedule for next week. We'll be back at the friendly confines of Madougall Levers next Tuesday when the Bulldogs welcome in Norris City for the Battle of White County. And then on Thursday, the Lady Bulldogs will welcome in Flora. And the Bulldogs will welcome in Flora on Friday. So again, our broadcast schedule, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. All home games next week. And it'll be nice to not have to put a lot of miles on the Camry next week, Travis, driving all over Gats Creek.
It'd be nice, have a couple a little homestand,
Oh, yeah. Not getting home at midnight. But, hey, it's been a fun week, and I appreciate everybody who has tuned in throughout the week. And what's been a great week for the Bulldogs? They are 2-1. Of course, the loss earlier today stings, and it should, but Carmi still a chance to finish the week 3-1. Got a pretty good feeling. We're going to hear a couple of names on the all-tournament team later on tonight, maybe even an MVP announced, but we'll figure that out as the night goes on. We'll take a 2-minute break and have starting lineups and tip-off right around the corner right here on 97.3 WRUL. Getting set for tip-off between Carmi White County and West Frankfort here in the second-to-last game of this year's DuQuoin Tip-Off Classic. DuQuoin and Heron will face off at 5:30 later on tonight. And so Travis, Carmi playing their fourth and final game, a very winnable game this late afternoon. We thought it was very weird how the tournament is set up. Coming up, they had the final game being played at 5:30. So, they're going to play the game at 5:30, out of here at 7, and that'd be it. And really thought it was weird how Carmi had to play at 12:30 and then come back here at 4. But that's just how it's set up this year. It's a little bit different every year. And I think they're going to have the national anthem, so that means we will have to take another break. Forgot about that. Forgot this is the first game of this night session, so they're going to get set for the anthem, so we will take a break as well. We'll come back in 2 minutes right here on 97.3 WRUL. They are meeting the starters for both sides. Carmi's going to be the home team on the scoreboard tonight. They're wearing their home whites with maroon letters and numbers. And West Frankfort in their road red uniforms with Redbirds written in cursive. So they're going to start number 0. That is D.T. Thomas. He is a 6'2 junior. Also at number 5, Cole Buckingham, a 6'3 senior. Number 12, Preston King, he's a 6-foot senior. As well as number 25, Lucas Whittington. And rounding things out for them is number 35, Keegan Bowers. So for West Frankfort and Josh Search and his crew, D.T. Thomas, Cole Buckingham, Preston King, Lucas Whittington, and Keegan Bowers is the starting 5 for the West Frankfort Redbirds. Carmi's going to go with their same starting 5 they've had all season. That being Gavin Holloman, a 6-foot sophomore wearing number 2. Mitchell Edwards, a 6'6 sophomore wearing number 5. Bryce Connor, a 6'4 senior, number 11. Tyler Gomez, a 6'2 senior, number 12. And Landon Driscoll, a 6'3 junior, number 14. So for Kevin Wolf, that's Holloman, Edwards, Connor, Gomez, and Driscoll. The pregame show has been driven by Rice Motors in Carmi. Take ricemotors.com for a test drive now and give Rice a try. Before you buy, you'll be glad you did. Again, a big thanks to Haley Winkleman back at the WRUL studio. Asher Penrod is with us here in DuQuoin, running the camera and the laptop for the WRUL Sports YouTube stream. Again, this is Bulldog basketball on 97.3 WRUL, Carmi, Illinois, and online worldwide at WRUL.com. And again, on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. Final game of what's been a busy week in Bulldog athletics as they've introduced the starters for the Bulldogs. Travis, I think it's going to be key for Carmi. A little bit of fatigue from the game a few hours ago. Get a big lead, get it early, stay injury-free, and just kind of, I guess you could say, get this game over with in terms of things.
Yeah, Carmi's just got to play the way they want to play. They got to set the pace. They just got to prove they're the better team early and often, and hopefully, get a bigger lead like they had the other night against Caro and just hold it for the rest of the game. But they got to play at their pace. They cannot play at West Frankfort's pace.
Bulldogs will go left to right in this first half, and West Frankfort will go right to left in the first two quarters. Carmi 3-1 on the season. West Frankfort 1-2. They defeated Cairo earlier today. In the nightcap is going to be DuQuoin and Heron. Both these two teams finishing out a long week of basketball here in DuQuoin. Bryce Connor will jump at midcourt against Keegan Bowers. Ball is in the air, and Connor wins the tip, and we are underway here in the first game of the final session here in this year's DuQuoin Tip-Off Classic. Driscoll into the front court, goes on the near side to Gavin Holloman. They swing it around. Connor far corner to Driscoll. Elevator screen for Edwards. Catch and shoot three. It's in and out. And Connor almost had the offensive rebound, but out of bounds. Last touch by Connor. Ball goes over to West Frankfort. 17 seconds gone here in the first quarter. Saw Carmi go to that play a lot earlier today with Edwards on the high screen getting open look for three. That time just didn't get it to go. Here's the Redbirds on offense. Top of the key to Bowers. Now far side it's King. Down low this is Buckingham. Out to King on the right top. Swing it around. Top of the circle to Whittingham. Now it's Bowers. Hands it back off to King. He'll direct traffic. And a bounce pass back to Thomas. Thomas looks on the right side. This is Buckingham with it, near side, Powers. Bounce pass to King in the post, goes up against Holloman and scores. So West Frankfort, very patient offensive possession. They lead 2-0. Holloman across the timeline. Redbirds in a man-to-man defense. Pick and roll with Gomat. They get it to Gomat in the block. Now dribble it out. Over to Holloman. He'll dribble to his left side. Now it's Connor. He'll get a screen from Edwards. Pick and roll not there. Now it's back to Gomat. He'll try a right wing three. It's no good. And the rebound is grabbed by Bowers for West Frankfort. Redbirds come the other way. It's a tip pass to Buckingham down low, and he missed a shot. Driscoll grabs the rebound. Carmi a little bit sluggish here to start the ball game. Edwards left top, now on the right side to Holloman. He'll dribble to the top of the key.
Yeah, a lot of stagnant offense. Just pass the ball around the perimeter, not getting anything going inside.
Gomat right side, now near corner to Holloman. He'll try a deep three-point shot. It's no good. And Edwards tipped that one up. He's going to get the 2 points for that as him and Bowers fought for it. But Edwards the closest player to it as it goes into the rim, into the basket. 2 points for Edwards. We're tied at 2.
He meant to do it the whole time.
That's how he drew it up. 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter as they go to Thomas on the right side. Thomas out top of the circle to Buckingham. Buckingham back to Thomas. Guarded by Edwards. Edwards deflected that pass. Now we'll get it to the top of the circle to Bowers. Bowers dribbles left. Back to the right side to King. King looking. Now left side going to be a catch and shoot three by Wilmington. His shot no good. Whittington, that is. It bounces out now in the hands of King for the offensive rebound. He'll back down Driscoll, and it's going to be a travel. Yep. Mm-hmm. And he went for the shot fake, and that's the right. I could tell his feet left the ground, then he went back up.
And he was trying to get a little closer, started getting a little bit of the little shimmy feet.
So 5:20 left here in the first quarter. 2-2 the score. Edwards left top, bounce pass top of the circle to Driscoll. Near side, Gomat thought about a three. He puts it on the floor, and they're going to call a foul on the drive as Gomat was looking to get inside. That one going to go against D.T. Thomas. That will be his first foul. First foul called in this game for either side. Inbounds pass to Connor at the elbow. He tries to go up and draw the foul, and he does. And Bryce Connor go to the free throw line where he was very comfortable. In that first game earlier today against Heron, Travis, I thought Carmi did a good job of attacking the basket early, getting Bryce the ball down low and kind of letting him go to work. He drew a lot of fouls, shot a lot of free throws.
He had his first 10 points from the free throw line.
And he's got his first point of this game at the free throw line. He hits that one, and Carmi takes a 3-2 lead. 5:08 to go here in the first quarter. Second free throw for Connor on the way. He gets that one to roll in. He'll go 2 for 2. 4-2. Carmi leads. 5:05 to play here in the first quarter. They swing it around on the far side. This is going to be Whittington with the basketball. He tries to drive in against Gomat. Gomat deflected it, and Edwards has it in front of the pack. Edwards 1-on-2. Goes to the right corner, and he'll pull it out. Carmi will set up their offense. Driscoll, top of the key. Goes to the basket. Nice drive by Driscoll. His shot no good, though. And it goes out of bounds. Last touched by West Frankfort. It will stay with Carmi.
Nope. They're going to reverse it, looks like.
The official never made the signal that it was red ball, but West Frankfort ball now. 4:40 to go here in the opening quarter. 4-2 Carmi. King across the timeline. Wanted to go left. Double dribble. Yep. He wanted to pass it, picked the ball up, dribbled it back down, and that's what they call a double dribble. Can't do that.
Cannot do that.
Fundamentals of basketball.
Good play by Driscoll. A little bit of bait and made him think twice about the pass. And
4.5 to play here in the first quarter. 4-2 Carmi, then a steal at the other end by Bowers. They tried to go in the post to Connor, and Bowers took it away. Carmi definitely sloppy on the offensive end here early on. Bowers drives in. That's actually Whittington who drives in and scores. He's got his first basket. And we're tied at 4 with 4:05 to play in the first quarter. Driscoll into the front court, hands it off to Connor, left top. Connor back off to Holloman. Far corner, Driscoll thought about a three. Now goes back to Holloman on the left side. Dribble wave action here. They give it off to Connor. Connor one-on-one with Bowers, picks it up. Now back out to Holloman. Holloman is Carmi's, you can tell they're trying to go inside as Connor pulls up for a three, and it's good. That's a First Bank three-point shot. $3 from First Bank. Goes to the Carmi White County Unit 5 School District. And it's 7-4 Bulldogs with 3:35 to play here in the first quarter. Left top, here's Buckingham now on the right side. They swing it around to King on the left top. Down low to Buckingham, working against Driscoll. Picks up his dribble, now cutting his Bowers. Back to Buckingham, drives in, tries to step through, near side to Thomas. Now it is Bowers. To the top of the key to King. West Frankfort not scared to be very patient on the offensive end. On the right top, Buckingham bounce pass to Thomas, spins in down low, got a shot blocked by Edwards, and then Edwards almost blocked a second attempt. Connor has the rebound. Carmi on the run. Connor on the right side, guarded by King, wants to go baseline, and they're going to call a foul against King as Bryce was trying to drive in to the rim. That will be the first foul on Preston King. Second foul on West Frankfort. The officials definitely letting these two teams play a lot more than what they did in the first game earlier today for Carmi.
Yeah, first game it was
37 combined fouls in that game.
Yeah, they were taking control of the game early and often.
Nice little pass back there with Driscoll going inside to Gomat. Then Gomat back to Driscoll. Lannon's got his first two of the day. Makes it 9-4 Carmi, and a traveling violation called as a new player in the game for West Frankfort. Eli Tyson turns it over. Now Carmi will make their first sub of the afternoon in this game as Trey Dixon back in. Dixon is a 6-foot junior. He's been the pretty much sole sixth man for Carmi so far this season. 9-4 Bulldogs lead, 2:37 to play in the first quarter. Elevator screen, top of the key for Holloman. A catch and shoot three is short, and the rebound grab by Bowers for West Frankfort. Baseball pass up ahead to Thomas. His shot no good, and the rebound tipped down to the hands of Tyson. Tyson drives in. Now it's Bowers in the post. Out to King. Catch and shoot three. Won't go. Rebound Mitchell Edwards. Carmi in transition, and Edwards will slow this one down in the front court. 9-4 Bulldogs. We approach the 2-minute mark in this first quarter. Gomat hands it off to Connor. Top of the key. Connor pull-up jumper from the free throw line. No good. And Bowers grabs the rebound. West Frankfort quickly the other way. It's King. King pulls it out. Redbirds will set up their offense. On the left top, it's Bowers. Now on the right side to Thomas. Thomas looks. Goes left side to Whittington. Whittington back to the right side. Maybe a catch and shoot three for Preston King. That's up and good. Preston King, his first points of the night. Makes it 9-7 Carmi. 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Holloman left side to Connor. He puts it on the floor, goes to the rim, now throws it out to Gomat. Left side, Edwards open for a three. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Bowers grabs the rebound. West Frankfort on the run. Winnington to the rim, lays it in, and we're tied. Lucas Winnington got the rebound, went coast to coast by himself, and we're tied at 9 with 70 seconds to go here in the first. Connor left side. Wanted a screen from Edwards, didn't get it. Now it's Goma on the right top in the hands of Holloman. Holloman penetrates, back out to Edwards. Far corner to Dixon. Dixon dribbles left. Now on the right side to Gomat. Cutting down low is Holloman. He corrals it, turns, kind of shot a reverse layup. Didn't get a good angle on it, and he missed it. And King has the rebound. Final 45 seconds here in the first quarter. Not a bad pass by Gomat, but Holloman couldn't get a good angle.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Gomat. Just Holloman really didn't have too good of an angle there. When amongst the trees down there, when you got your point guard down there, it's not always the best idea.
They go on the right side. It's Winnington. Now 27 seconds to go in the first. Gomat knocked that pass away. Nearly went back and got it. Now West Frankfort numbers the other way. Tyson to the basket. Ooh, and they call a foul against Trey Dixon. So it will be Eli Tyson, the 5'10 sophomore, going to the free throw line for the Redbirds with 19.3 seconds on the clock. First free throw for Tyson on the way. Got it. And the Redbirds have reclaimed the lead. Not a big roster for West Frankfort. They only dress 9 guys. Second free throw for Tyson is on the way, and that one is short. Rebound gathered by Gavin Holloman. 18 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Holloman across the timeline. Bulldogs will probably hold for one shot here. Give it off to Driscoll. Now 7 seconds. Driscoll, near side, Gomat. Gomat looking, now 3 seconds. Gomat, top of the key, Holloman catch and shoot three at the horn. It's short, and Driscoll can't tip it up. And after 1 quarter of play, West Frankfort hanging around. Their fans love it. Redbirds lead 9-10, or 10-9, I should say, as we go to the second quarter of play right here on 97.3 WRU. Well, back in 1 minute. Start of the second quarter, West Frankfort has the basketball and a 10-9 lead over Carmi here in both the teams' final game of this two-coin tip-off classic. West Frankfort with possession. Wilmington has the basketball at the top of the circle, guarded by Tyler Gomat. He looks to his right. Now a bounce pass there to Tyson at the top of the circle. Now left side, Bowers. As this is the old flex offense here that West Frankfort's running. Open three left side from Wilmington won't go, but Tyson there for the offensive rebound, and he scores. The smallest kid on the floor gets the offensive rebound and a putback for West Frankfort, and the Redbirds lead by 3.
Yeah, and that was just 100% an effort play.
That's going to make Evan Wolf a little bit upset. Carmi has the ball down by 3. Right side, Driscoll. Looks. Now goes top of the circle, Holloman. He'll try a 3. It's good. Gavin Holloman, a first bank three-pointer. His first points of the contest, and we're tied at 12 with 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. Bowers between the circle. Now goes the left side to Jack Hogg, who just checked into the ball game for the Redbirds. Wilmington, top of the key. Looking, now goes on the right side to Bowers. Carmi switches it. Now it's Gomat guarding Bowers. He'll go with the right hand of the basket. Finger roll layup up and good for Keegan Bowers. 14-12. West Frankfort leads with 6.5 to play in the second quarter. Holloman goes left side to Connor. Now top of the key to Gomat. He puts it on the floor, gets to the basket. His shot won't roll in. Holloman trying to get the offensive rebound, and he does. Back to Gomat in the post. Tyler dribbles it out. Open is Driscoll on the right side. Thought about a three. Now it's Holloman who puts on the floor. Dribbles right back to Driscoll. Jab step, nearly lost it, but got it back. Tell you what, give credit to West Frankfort. They are playing hard in this first half.
You knew they weren't going to make it easy, Cole.
Connor cutting down low, out in the corner to Gomat. Now on the right side, Holloman. Carmi's got numbers on this side of the floor, but they call a foul on the floor on the drive by Holloman. That will be on Lucas Winnington. That's his first foul. And the fourth West Frankfort foul here in the first half. 14-12, Bulldogs trail, 5:50 to go in the second quarter. Driscoll now top of the key to Holloman. He'll hand it off to Driscoll, and Carmi will set up their play. Bounce pass on the right elbow to Gomat. He looks, dumps it off Driscoll. Top of the key three on the way. Off the back of the iron, no good. Bryce somehow got the offensive rebound. Now he tries to go back up, saves it, and Bryce a little bit frustrated. You can see that as he knocks the ball out of bounds. And who touched it last? They're going to say it's Carmi ball. The Bulldogs maintain possession. 5:34 to go in the second quarter, 14-12. Near side three for Edwards off the inbounds pass. And they're going to call a foul where? Is on the three-point shot? I think so. They're going to say Edwards was fouled on the three-point shot. I thought one official was pointing down in the block.
Yeah, it looked like they were pointing. I thought they called on that screen, maybe a moving screen, but I guess they.
The near side official pointed at Mitchell when he shot it, assuming he was the one that got fouled. He did get bumped when he shot the ball.
Still some heavy discussion about it, it seems like.
And they're still discussing. 5:32 to go in the second quarter. West Frankfort leads 14-12. So they're going to call the foul, I believe, on the three-point shot. Still waiting to hear from the officials. And I think they're changing the foul. So I think you are right, Trevor. I think they're going to call the foul below the basket, not on the shot by Edwards, but somewhere else. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Still talking about it, telling Coach Kevin Wolf what the call is.
You know, in the NBA, they let the officials have a microphone. Not like in the NFL, they announce the call. And
it'd be helpful for up
that's
here.
What I'm saying. It'd be helpful. I think regardless, it's going to be Carmi ball. So
I think it was on the screen on the floor. I think they said he bowled over.
They give Driscoll the foul? I don't know. Inbounds pass go to Edwards, top of the key. He'll try a step back three. Good for Mitchell Edwards. That's a first bank three-pointer. And the Bulldogs are back in front, 15-14. 5:20 to go here in the second quarter. On the right side, here's Bowers driving in against Connor. Got that pass taken away and stolen by Holloman. Holloman in front of the pack, goes to the basket against Thomas. Missed it. Driscoll there for the offensive rebound. Loose ball. Now Connor fights for it. But Thomas comes up with it for West Frankfort. Bulldogs had two looks at the basket, but could not convert. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, 15-14. Bowers has it near midcourt. Now drives in. His floater up. Won't roll in. Holloman the rebound for the Bulldogs. Into the front court they go. Edwards left side. How about another three on the way? It's short, but there is Gomat for the offensive rebound. He'll go right through and score. Tyler Gomat has his first bucket of this contest. 17-14, Bulldogs lead. 4.5 to play here in the second quarter. Bowers top of the key, guarded by Connor. He'll dribble to his right, now gets picked up by Edwards. Bowers goes from his right to his left, now picks it up. Hands it off to Thomas. Now cutting is going to be Tyson. Hands it off to an open Buckingham for a shot. It's no good, and Driscoll grabs the rebound for Carmi going the other way. We approach the 4-minute mark here in the second quarter, 17-10, Bulldogs lead. Holloman will dribble from right to left. Carmi will set up their offense. Goes left side to Driscoll. Driscoll looks back to Edwards on the right side now. Edwards back to Holloman. Carmi going 5 out here. Now they'll again call off their offense to set it up. Holloman left side to Connor. Connor shot fake, drives in, dumps it off to Gomat. Couldn't corral it, turnover. Here comes West Frankfort the other way. Bowers, two-step in the lane and draws a foul. Going to be 2 shots for Keegan Bowers.
West Frankfort's defense really frustrating inside on Bryce Connor. They're trying to post him up, and then they had to switch the 5 out because they couldn't give him the ball. A lot of backside help from West Frankfort there.
So Bowers will shoot a pair of free throws here. First one up and no good. Keeps the score at 17-14 Carmi. 3:40 left to go here in the second quarter. So a sub being made for West Frankfort. I believe Preston King back in the ball game. Second free throw for Bowers, missed them both, and Driscoll grabs the rebound for the Bulldogs. Into the front court he comes on the left side. He will toss it back to Holloman between the circles. Gavin goes from his left to his right, now back to his left to an open Edwards. Edwards wanted to drive in, now kicks it out to Gomat left top. He'll fire a three from the left wing. It's short, and Holloman and Connor fight for the rebound, but Holloman is the one that goes up and gets his shot blocked by Bowers out of bounds. It will stay with Carmi.
Carmi settling for a lot of threes this half, which they can hit them, but probably looking for some more high percentage early on.
Driscoll to inbound, now goes to Holloman. He'll swing it out top to Edwards. 3:15 to go here in the second quarter. Bulldogs lead 17-14. Holloman right side to Connor. Guarded by Thomas. Get a screen from Gomat. Pick and roll. They don't go to it. Now go left side Edwards. He'll try another three. That one's no good. And the rebound is gathered by Bowers for West Frankfort. Both Thomas and Driscoll fell down to the backcourt, so it's 4-on-4. Bounce pass down low to King, and they're going to call a jump ball as Gomat came over and took it away when the arrow does favor West Frankfort.
And another very quick jump ball.
Didn't see a lot of those earlier today. I was kind of surprised.
They let him play. It was either a foul or or swallowed the whistle.
17-14, Carmi leads. 2:54 to play here in the second quarter. They go King at the top of the key. He'll direct traffic. Now goes near side of Buckingham. Buckingham looks. Now Thomas open on the right side. Thomas fakes the pass left. Now drives in. Got stripped. Taken away by Bryce Connor. Carmi coming the other way. Connor will go with the right hand of the rim. Floats one up and good. Bryce Connor with the layup and a timeout taken by West Frankfort. Bryce has 7 points. This timeout is brought to you by Carmi Lumber. Take the time out of that to-do list, and before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. We will take a 1-minute break right here on 97.3 WRUL. Two and a half to play here in the second quarter. Carmi leads West Frankfort 19-14 after a Bryce Connor layup and a West Frankfort timeout. The Redbirds have the basketball going right to left. King will cross the timeline, and Carmi has gone to their 1-3-1 zone defense. King over on the right side to Tyson. They go in the far corner to Bowers. Bowers trying to go cross court. That pass deflected by Gomat and stolen by Connor. Connor in the right corner. Now pulls it back out. Now it's Holloman on the right top. He'll get a screen from Gomat. Trying to pull up for three. Got a shot blocked, and it goes out of bounds as Gomat tried to save it. And probably not the best look. Carmi could have got there. Chance a bit of a rush shot there from Holloman.
Yeah, and that's been happening a lot in this first half here. They've been settling for a lot of threes, and a lot of them have been open, but there's been some that have been, probably not the best look you're looking for.
Cross-court passes to Bowers. Nice pass fake, and he drives in. Now throws it out to King and throws it over his head and into the hands of a Carmi fan in the front row. So 1:53 to go in the second quarter. Bulldogs still lead 19-14. And Carmi will bring it up the floor. Driscoll with the point guard position. Goes left. Now it's Connor on the left wing. Connor looking to pass it. Now drives in with the right hand. Connor puts up a shot in the lane. Good. Bryce Connor for two. Give him 9 points. 21-14 the score. 90 seconds left to play here in the second quarter, and West Frankfort turns it over as King threw it to his right. There was nobody in the area and throws it away.
Yeah, that's one you wish you had back right there.
I say. It's back-to-back possessions. King has turned it over for West Frankfort. 83 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Carmi leads by a touchdown, 21-14. Connor, top of the key, now pulls up for a jumper on the right side, no good. Almost got his own rebound, and King dives on the floor to make up for those 2 turnovers, and now West Frankfort coming the other way. Bowers into the front court, drives in, gets to the basket, and turns it over. Driscoll up ahead to Connor, 2-on-1. Connor back to Driscoll, lays it up and lays it in. Nice transition possession there by Carmi. Driscoll's got 4, and the Bulldog lead is 9, 23-14. Shot by Bowers, no good. Offensive rebound by Thomas, he missed it. Edwards has the rebound, and Carmi has it now with 45 seconds left in the second quarter and a 9-point lead. The best ball Carmi has played in this game here in the final minutes of the second quarter. Near side, Gomat. Now goes top of the key to Connor. Left side to Holloman. Cutting to the top of the key is Gomat. Now on the right side to Edwards. Back to Holloman, left side. Back to Edwards with 21 seconds. Carmi might hold for one shot here with a 9-point lead. Holloman between the circles. 13 seconds. Dribbles to his right, now back to his left. Far corner, Connor, 8 seconds. Down to Gomat in the post, a nice screen, and an easy layup for Tyler Gomat. Final seconds here in the first half. Bowers from midcourt, no good. And the Bulldogs a much better second quarter as Gomat now has 4 points, and the Bulldogs lead at 25-14 as we go to halftime here in their final game of this DuQuoin Tip-Off Classic. We'll take a 3-minute break. We'll do some math for you and have some halftime stats coming up here in 3 minutes on 97.3 WRUL. Halftime here at Anders Gymnasium on the campus of DuQuoin High School. Carmi County leads West Frankfort 25-14. The halftime show is brought to you by the Jordan Funeral Group, remembering lives well lived and honoring the tradition of Bulldog athletics. Visit jordanfuneralgroup.com for more information. Scoring-wise for Carmi, they were led by Bryce Connor with 9 points. Got 5 points from Mitchell Edwards, 4 apiece from Tyler Gomat and Landon Driscoll, and 3 from Gavin Holloman. And really, Travis, I thought in those first 2 quarters, especially in the first quarter, Carmi still, they're tired, obviously. They just played a 2-hour game a couple hours ago and a hard-fought game, and probably overlooking West Frankfort a little bit like teenage kids do, and just took them a little bit to kind of get in their group. I thought they ended the second quarter really well. Yeah,
I mean, they finally woke up, you know. They were early on, they were kind of asleep. They're like walking through, going through the motions, taking a lot of ill-advised shots, you know, shots that they probably could have got even later on in their possession, and not just one pass, quick shot like they were. But they finally started, you know, running their offense. Defensively, they've been playing hard this whole time. They've been getting deflections, trying to get out on the break and try to get some easy points, but it's really been on the offensive end, taking too many quick shots and allowing West Frankfort to just keep pushing them out further on the perimeter. But in that, you know, last like 3-minute stretch there, they really pulled it together, and that's why they have the lead that they do.
Again, halftime score, Bulldogs lead 25-14. Travis got some team stats for us.
Carmi from the field shot 10 of 29 for 34%, 3 of 14 from 3 at 21%, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 100%. West Frankfort shot 6 of 17 at 35%, 1 of 4 from 3 for 25%, and 1 of 4 from the free throw line for 25%. Rebounding and turnovers, Carmi only had 3 turnovers. West Frankfort had 10. Rebounding, defensive rebounds for Carmi 7, offensive 7. West Frankfort had 4 offensive rebounds and 7 defensive rebounds. So really the difference in the game has been the turnover battle for Carmi, in favor of Carmi. And I mean, their shooting numbers are not the greatest, but that's why they have the lead. They use their defense to get into their offense.
I give credit to West Frankfort. I thought they played really hard there in those first 2 quarters, and obviously a team that's not as talented as Carmi, but they kind of came in this game obviously nothing to lose, and they played right there for the first, got 12, 15 minutes, but especially there in that end of the second quarter, Carmi just turned it on. They built this lead to where it is now up by 11. This is the Jordan Funeral Group halftime show. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break. Second half coming up right here on 97.3 WRUL. Get a halftime score. Bulldogs lead West Frankfort 25-14. Cole Carter and Travis Black. Big thanks to Haley Winkleman back at the WRUL studio, and Asher Penrod is with us here for those of you watching on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. Appreciate you watching or tuning in no matter where you are. It's been a fun day, fun week of basketball for the Bulldogs here at DuQuoin, and looking to wrap things up this week with a big win this early evening, late afternoon against West Frankfort. Again, this has been the Jordan Funeral Group halftime show. So the Bulldogs and Redbirds here will switch ends. Bulldogs will go right to left here in the second half. West Frankfort will go left to right. Travis, again, I think the most important thing for Carmi here in this third quarter is build a lead. Just kind of, again, you want to build the lead, kind of get these guys out of here pretty early, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and to do that, they need to start working the ball inside more like they did during the entire Heron game instead of settling for as many jumpers as they have.
Carmi has the ball to begin the half. Driscoll on the left top, now on the right side to Holloman. He'll penetrate in, out to Gomat. Thought about a three, now puts on the floor. Out to Driscoll. Catch and shoot three on the way. Short, couldn't roll in. And that is Bauer is able to get the rebound away from Bryce Connor. 25 seconds gone here in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead 25-14. And a nice baseline drive by Bowers. His shot no good, but a put back up and in by D.T. Thomas. So Thomas cuts it down to a 9-point game. He's got 4 points, 25-16. Driscoll across the timeline, goes left side to Connor. Jab step, now wants to go baseline, picks it up. Corner pass to Driscoll, now to Holloman. Swing around top of the key to Gomat. And off to Edwards, left side, now back to Connor. Back on the right side to Gomat. Looking, and now goes to Driscoll on the right side. Driscoll dribbles left, Edwards. Left corner to Holloman. Puts on the floor, now on the right side to Gomat. Lobs it back door for Edwards. He corrals it. Now he's double teamed, trying to back in. Out to Holloman. Now Holloman back to Edwards near corner. How about a step back? Now he dribbles it back out. Carmi very patient here offensively, but give credit to West Frankfort. Good defensive effort here. Pick and roll with Holloman and Gomat. Gomat missed his shot. Connor has the loose rebound, and he goes up. Couldn't hit it the first time. How about a second attempt? Yes, for Bryce Connor. He's got 11. Makes it 27-16. Bulldog lead back to 11. Bulldogs back in that 1-3-1 zone defense. They pass it back and forth. King will drive in. Dumps it off to Thomas down low. Got stripped by Driscoll. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Driscoll. It will stay with West Frankfort. 2:16 to play here in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead West Frankfort 27-16. Inbounds pass gets into Bowers, nearly taken away. Bowers drives in, and the reverse layup no good. Holloman grabs the rebound for the Bulldogs. 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. Driscoll, far corner, Connor. He'll try a corner three. Good for Bryce Connor. A first bank three-pointer. Bryce has 14. The Bulldog lead now up to 15, 30-16. Bowers into the front court. Goes up with the left hand, missed the lay-in. Holloman got the rebound for Carmi. Bulldog defense looking really good here in the third quarter. Driscoll on the left top, goes at the top of the key to Holloman. Holloman looks around and calls out the play. Holloman hands it out to Connor, going from left to right. Connor back over to Driscoll on the right top. Driscoll puts on the floor, toss it back to Holloman. By West Frankfort. This timeout brought to you by Carmi Lumber. We'll take one as well back in 30 seconds right here on 97.3 WRUL. Ten to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead West Frankfort 33-16. Cole Carter and Travis Black. Asher Penrod with us here in DuQuoin. Haley Winkleman back at the WRUL studio. Bulldogs have looked a little bit better here in the third quarter, especially on the offensive end. Defense has been pretty good as well to extend this lead up to 17.
Yes.
That's pretty good math.
That's
on the fly.
Very, very quick. Very quick.
Redbirds the other way. King on the right top. He's guarded by Trey Dixon into the ball game as Edwards comes out. Left top Bowers down the right side to Buckingham. Carmi's gone back to a man-to-man. Buckingham fakes left, now goes in the far corner to Bowers, guarded by Connor. Bowers spins down in low, and he draws the foul on his way to the basket. That foul called, I believe, against Bryce Connor. And it is. That is Bryce's first foul. First foul called on either side in this in the second half. Not a lot of fouls called in this game, much at all for either side. Bowers' first free throw is up and good. That was kind of the opposite of the case earlier today.
Yeah. Earlier today, it was couple possessions down the court, there was about at least 3 to 4 whistles.
Yep. Bowers' second free throw on the way. He's able to go 2 for 2. He's got 4. And the Redbirds are back within 15, 33-18. Bulldogs lead. 4:40 left to play here in the third quarter. Holloman right top, hands it off to Connor at the top of the key. Goes back right, gives it off to Driscoll. Driscoll drives in, spins to the basket. Nice move by Lennon Driscoll, who scores. 6 points for Driscoll. Bulldog lead back up to 17, 35-18. 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. Left side, King. Down low to Buckingham on a screen. Now he'll dribble this one out in the far corner, guarded by Driscoll. Left top, driving is Bowers. Now it's Bowers in the corner. He will go up with the left hand and score, plus the foul. In order to get Gavin Holloman on the foul on the shot. That will be Gavin's first foul, I do believe. Yeah. Oh, his second foul, actually. His second foul. And so Bowers with a chance for the three-point play. Bowers has 6 points tonight, make it 7. And the Redbirds make it a 35-21 game, a 14-point lead for Carmi with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Driscoll across the timeline, hands it off to Holloman. Gives it back to Connor. Connor dribbles right on a screen from Holloman. Now hands it off to Driscoll. Right wing three for Landon Driscoll off the mark. Rebound grabbed by Holloman, lost it though on his way back up, and Thomas takes it away for West Frankfort. Redbirds come the other way. Bowers drives in, goes to the rim, lays it up and in. 5 straight points for Keegan Bowers, and a timeout taken by Kevin Wolf. With 3:35 to play in the third quarter, your score, Bulldogs lead 35-23. This is a Carmi Lumber timeout, back in 1 minute. Three and a half to play here in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead West Frankfort 35-23 after a Kevin Wolf timeout. Bulldogs had the basketball as Redbirds trying to hang around and make this a ball game. Carmi did lead by 17 at one point earlier in this quarter, now up by just 12. Trey Dixon bounce pass top of the key to Connor, trying to go back to Driscoll. Pass deflected into the hands of Connor. Bryce hit the shot and one. So Bryce tried to dump it off down low to Driscoll. It was deflected out back to him. Took it on the run and scored. Bryce leads the way for Carmi with 19 points. This free throw would make it 20. Missed it short. Driscoll, though, it's Gomat having the rebound now back in the corner. Connor will fire away a three. It's no good. And rebound out of bounds. Last touch by King. Another chance here for Carmi. 3:14 to play here in the third quarter. 37-23, Carmi leads. Driscoll to inbound, goes far corner to Holloman. Holloman drives in back to Driscoll in the far corner for three. It's no good. And Bowers has the rebound for West Frankfort. Redbirds come the other way with a 14-point Carmi lead, 37-23. Bowers left top. Bounce pass on the right side to Thomas. Thomas looks. Still looking, dribbles left, hands it back off to King. King will dribble to the right side. Tries to hand it off to Thomas, now picks up his dribble. Back to the left side to Bowers. Bowers guarded by Carner. Bulldogs in a man-to-man defense. Bowers, bounce pass right side, Thomas. On the right wing, guarded by Gomat. Now left side to King. They're still running that flex offense. West Frankfort is just very simple pass. Screen down as Buckingham gets open for a two-point jumper. Missed it, got his own rebound, and he goes back up and scores.
And with that flex offense, you're waiting until the defense makes a mistake, and right there, Carmi, made the mistake and tried to leach out and try to get a steal.
Buckingham, his first points of the night, makes it 37-25. Driscoll, top of the key, guarded by Tyson, dribbles left, now in the hands of Connor. He'll get a screen from Driscoll, hands it off to Gomat between the circles. And Carmi calls off the offense, and you hear Kevin Wolf say, nothing but a layup. On the right side, Gomat. Cutting his Driscoll, now they go to Dixon, top of the key, left side, Holloman. Holloman looks, top of the key, Connor, shot fake now on the right side to Dixon. Carmi still just trying to get inside. Driscoll will try to drive in with the right hand, now pulls it back out. Carmi being patient here on the offensive end with a 12-point lead. 1:30 to go in the third quarter. Gomat, far corner, Driscoll. He looks, now top of the key to Holloman. Holloman jab step, puts on the floor, gives it back off to Driscoll. He lost it, but now it's Gomat with it. Near side, Gomat crossover, spins down low, puts up a shot and puts it in. Nice move by Tyler Gomat. He's got 6.
Put him in the spin cycle.
Put him in the spin cycle indeed. Good possession there by Carmi, the lead back up to 14. 39-25. Thomas on the right side. Looking left. Still looking, hasn't dribbled yet. Now he's forced to dribble, goes left side to Bowers. Guarded by Driscoll. Bowers looks. Now far side, Tyson will try a three. It's no good. Connor grabs the offensive rebound. And West Frankfort just kind of stood around and then fired a three after 2 passes. Bulldogs might hold for one shot here. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. They lead by 14, 39-25. Holloman, top of the circle, goes on the right side to Driscoll. Driscoll looks, top of the circle, Gomat. Near side, Holloman. Now Holloman's the one looking. Back to Dixon, and a timeout going to be called by Kevin Wolf. Just a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here with just 24 seconds left to go in the third quarter. But Travis, I think a lot of it is Carmi, you've played 2 games in 3 hours. Don't really want to be here. I think we can probably agree that these guys are just kind of ready to get this thing over with. But a 14-point lead, still a whole quarter to play. You've got to do the right things here for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is close enough where they can cut it really easily. And credit to West Frankfort. They're hanging around. They're making a nuisance of themselves. They're playing well. Carmi's just trying to – in the first half, they were really playing it like it was a shoot-around, just getting up a lot of shots. And, I mean, defensively they were still there. They were still working. But offensively they were just kind of going through the motions, not really running hard, not really, using screens, cutting hard. But – I mean, in this, third quarter here, they've really, picked up that level of play and picked up their intensity.
There's 24 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Carmi has possession. Driscoll inbound, gets it over to Holloman, back to Driscoll. Now 20 seconds. At the midcourt logo, it's Driscoll. Carmi has 2 guys, or 1 guy in each corner, and then 1 guy in each elbow. Here for the final 10 seconds, Driscoll. Dribbles to his right, bounce pass Gomat on the right elbow. Top of the key now, Driscoll. 5 seconds, Driscoll, far corner, Edwards, thought about a 3, now dribbles left, now puts up a 3 in the final seconds, it's no good. And that is how the third quarter comes to an end with the Carmi White County Bulldogs leading West Frankfort 39-25. We go to the fourth quarter, back in 1 minute on 97.3 WRUL. We start the fourth quarter of play, and Carmi leads West Frankfort 39-25 here in their final game of this year's DuQuoin Tip-Off Classic. Bulldogs 3-1 this season. DuQuoin 1-2. Or correction, West Frankfort 1-2. And the Redbirds have the basketball going left to right. Bowers on the right side to King. He'll direct traffic. Now tries to go down low to Thomas. That pass nearly taken away by Gomat. And now it's King with it. He'll turn and shoot with the left hand, up and good for Preston King. He's got 5. Makes it 39-27. Driscoll into the front court. Goes to the right hand. Elevator screen up top for Edwards, not there. Now a bounce pass to Connor in the block. Near corner, catch and shoot 3 for Holloman. A first bank 3-point shot for Gavin Holloman. And the Bulldog lead back up to 15, 42-27. Here's King down low, got stuck. Now at the Tyson. He'll try a deep 3. It's no good. Connor grabs the rebound. Here comes Carmi the other way. He'll hand it off now to Holloman. He'll dribble to the right side. Right top, it's Edwards. How about going inside to Connor? Now near side, Holloman on a pass from Gomat. Comes it off to Connor down low. Tries to go reverse, couldn't hit it. Kind of a tough angle for Bryce, and Bryce a little shaken up. A little bit wobbly coming down the other end. Now a bounce pass to King. King will fade away, can't hit. Rebound gathered by Gomat. Throws it up ahead to Holloman. Holloman bounce pass to Connor. Connor tries to kick it back out to Gomat, nobody there. And Bryce is grabbing at his right calf area. He's kind of slow to get at the other end of the floor, and a shot the other way. Now Driscoll goes down. And I'll be honest, they might be cramping up, Travis.
Yeah, I
think
they
they're
are.
cramping up. The shot was made. I couldn't tell who made it, but I can tell by the way Driscoll is stretching out his
right leg is
yeah.
just absolute straight.
Yeah, he's cramping up. I think it might be the same case for Bryce. He was kind of grabbing his right. Yeah, he's see him trying to
rub it out.
Yeah, rub out those calves. Well, when you play 2 full games in about 4 hours, that's going to happen.
Yeah, and at the pace both games are being played at. I mean, they're getting up and down.
So they will blow this one dead for a second to let Connor and Driscoll get worked on. Driscoll still being looked at by the DuQuoin training staff under the far basket. And Bryce Connor gets a little rolly device to put on his left calf, and they'll both be good to go. But that's cramps are never fun.
Nope, they never are. I remember having it a couple times during the games, and yeah, they're not your best friend.
Both seem to be okay, but Trey Dixon and Mason Haywood have set to come into the game for Carmi. A little break in play with 6:21 to play here in the third quarter. We'll go ahead and step aside for a 1-minute break right here on 97.3 WRUL. Well, the good news is both Bryce Connor and Landon Driscoll walk off the floor on their own power with cracking a bit of a smile, a little bit of a laugh as they both cramped up here in the start of the fourth quarter. 6:16 to play. Bulldogs lead 42-29, and Kevin Wolf forced to burn a timeout as West Frankfort was applying some full court pressure, and Carmi didn't really expect it with everything that just happened. Kind of caught sleeping a little bit. Just 30-second break. We'll keep it here. But, Travis, still a lot of basketball left. It's only a 13-point game, so, if you're Carmi, you still got to do the right things, take care of the ball, get open looks, because if you slack around, West Frankfort's going to be right back in the ballgame.
I mean, yeah, they're that close. They're within striking distance, so you can't take them for granted right now. You can't take your lead for granted. You got to still work the ball inside. You got to move it around. You got to take care of it, and got to play good, hard defense.
So 6:12 left to play. 42-29, the Bulldogs lead. And just like that, Bryce Connor is back in the game, so he's good to go. Driscoll still looked like it was his right. Will that be a quad, Travis, or a thigh?
Yeah.
That area.
Right thigh. He's rubbing it.
That's what he's rubbing with a little rolly thing there on the bench, trying to get that loosened up. As the inbounds pass, looking for Connor, is deflected out of bounds by Whittington. It will stay with Carmi. 6:11 to go here in the fourth quarter. 42-29, Bulldogs lead. Holloman gets into Connor in the backcourt. Bryce will walk it across the timeline. Dribbles left, now dribbles back to his right to Gomat. Gomat looks, now top of the circle to Holloman. Holloman nearly lost it. He did lose it. Tyson takes it away from him. Tyson at the other end. His shot good. Eli Tyson, the little guy, 5'10", has 5 points for West Frankfort. And now Carmi the other way. It's Trey Dixon who travels. Tell you what, West Frankfort is not going away. And you got to give them credit. It's an 11-point game, 42-31. Left side, here's Whittington with it. Now top of the circle, Thomas. Right side, King. Cutting down low. An open shot for Bowers and one. Keegan Bowers has 12. And the Redbirds are back within 9 at 42-33.
They're not going away anytime soon. They're here. They're in it.
And Carmi just kind of seems exhausted right now, and reasonably so. Hard-fought game earlier today, and trying to fight through and win this one. Second free throw for Bowers, or the and one free throw for Bowers is good. Give him 13. 42-34. Redbirds are back within 8. Dixon across the timeline, gets into the front court, now on the right side to Holloman. Holloman dribbles in. Now it's Connor at the top of the key. Connor wanted to cross over, out to Holloman. Now left side to Gomat now. Now Edwards top of the key. Edwards hands it off to Holloman on the right top. Holloman bounce pass and
got a hand check and foul.
They were going to call a foul on Tyson as Holloman was looking to bounce pass to the left side. First foul on Tyson. Second foul on West Frankfort. Just 3 fouls called against Carmi in this half. Dixon to inbound. Out top to Holloman in the backcourt. He'll walk it across the timeline. Left side to Connor. Connor looks. Still looking. Now dribbles left. Now back to his right. Trying to get inside. In the far corner. And they're going to call a travel. Very late travel call, but they call it against Bryce Connor.
They called it after he made the pass.
West Frankfort is making things very tough on Carmi. 42-34. They go left side. Whittington bounce pass to Tyson. He'll turn around and shoot. Score. Eli Tyson, the 5'10" sophomore for West Frankfort, has put the Redbirds back within 6. Connor into the front court. Far corner Holloman. Top of the key to Gomat. Gomat back in the corner to Holloman. Tries to spin, now it's Connor. He thought about a 3. I think Connor will just pull this one out. Carmi looking to maybe kill some clock here. 4:20 left to play. Bulldogs lead by 6. Connor goes back to his left, hands it off to Gomat. And Gomat goes back to his right. Hands it off to Holloman, top of the key. He's met there by King. Goes on the right side to Gomat. Travis Carmi just kind of hanging on the ball and just wanting to kill some clock here.
Mm-hmm. They're not too concerned about scoring the ball at this point.
They lead by 6. We're under 4 to play here in the fourth quarter. Dixon right side picks up his dribble. Now goes to Holloman, top of the key. Guarded by Bauer. Right side Connor. Thought about a 3. Trying to get around King. He does. Connor gets inside. Blocking foul going to be called. As Tyson went down there trying to draw a charge. But it's going to lead to 2 free throws here for Bryce Connor. With 3:38 left to play. Connor with his first of 2 free throws on the way. Got it. Bryce has 20 points. Second 20-point performance for Bryce this week. Driscoll back in the ballgame. That's good to see for Carmi. The second free throw by Connor on the way. Missed that one. Rebound Thomas. 3:35 to play here in the ballgame. 43-36. Carmi leads. Open 3 left corner for Winnington. Can't get it to bounce in. But there is Tyson for the offensive rebound. A putback and a timeout called by West Frankfort. How about the sophomore Eli Tyson for West Frankfort, keeping them in the ballgame? It's now a 5-point game and a timeout taken by the Redbirds. We will take one as well. Back in 30 seconds. Crunch time, 3:27 left to play in this one. West Frankfort is back within 5. Bulldogs led by as many as 17 early in this half, and the Redbirds are right back in it. They apply full court pressure here against Carmi. Holloman to inbound, gets into Connor. Back to Holloman. Holloman throws it up ahead, nearly turned it over, but Driscoll did a great job of keeping that basketball and gets pretty much punched in the face there by Winnington. And that's going to be the 4th foul committed by West Frankfort. Neither team in the bonus, just 3 fouls against Carmi. So for the Redbirds, might as well play aggressive, and if you burn a couple of fouls, no big deal. They get it into Gomat, now near side Driscoll. Back to Gomat, to the basket. Tyler goes, lays it in. 8 points for Tyler Gomat as the Bulldogs broke the pressure. Now Tyson the other end, 45-38. Tyson for 3, it's no good, and Connor grabs the rebound for Carmi. Now you got to kill clock and get a bucket here for the Bulldogs. Connor across the timeline. Now Holloman, right side Gomat. And they're going to foul Gomat. As I mentioned, West Frankfort's got some fouls to give. That's just their 5th team foul with 2:53 on the clock.
I think they're trying to work their way into the bonus here to, when they need to. They're not, having to foul and then waste clock just to get there.
45-38. Driscoll inbound, goes over to Holloman on the right top. Holloman across the timeline, dribbles right now back to his left in the hands of Connor. Connor double teamed, goes near corner Driscoll. Driscoll goes cross court to Gomat, he'll hang on to it. Bulldogs going to hold the ball and look for nothing but layups here as Tyson fouls Holloman with 2:37 left to play. One more foul will put Carmi in the bonus. Quick sub here by the Redbirds. Jack Hogg checks in. A little bit of a smaller lineup as Thomas comes out. So Driscoll will inbound. 2:37 left to play here in the ballgame. 45-38, Carmi leads. Connor, top of the circle to Holloman. Left side to Gomat. Back to Holloman. Down the right side to Connor. Connor. Met there by Tyson. Gets around Tyson. Connor now pulls it back out. And to the top of the circle to Gomat. Again, one more foul will put Carmi at the free throw line. Gomat dribbles left. Now it's Driscoll. Driscoll, he'll dribble right. Bounce pass right side to Connor. Connor with a jab step. We approach the 2-minute mark here in the ball game, and Bryce will be fouled as he goes to the baseline. That foul going to be called against Bauer. And so 2 free throws coming up, or actually a 1-and-1 here for Bryce Connor with 2:09 left to play. Well, pretty good job there by Carmi Travis to use the clock, take care of the basketball. Took about a minute off the clock there, now 2:09 to play.
Yeah, great job. Didn't make any stupid passes, made the right passes when they needed to.
First free throw for Connor up and good. Give him 21 points. I got a good feeling he'll hear his name said later on tonight for the all-tournament team. Second free throw for Connor on the way. Got them both. 22 for Bryce Connor. The Bulldog lead is 9, 47-38. Winnington goes baseline and gets rejected by Mitchell Edwards. And so now Carmi the other way. They can kill even more clock. Driscoll throws that one off the leg of Winnington, and it will stay with Carmi with 1:52 on the clock. 47-38 Bulldogs.
West Frankfort making a change here, going for more speed in this lineup.
Hogg back in with Thomas coming out. Driscoll gets into Connor on the far corner. Bryce, crossover, goes back. Now it's Gomat. Left side, Driscoll. Back to Gomat. Into back off to Connor. 1:42 left to play. Far corner, it's Gomat. He falls down, turns it over. Now it's Winnington. West Frankfort has numbers. Winnington off to Tyson for the layup. And it's down to a 7-point game. Timeout taken by West Frankfort. So the sophomore Tyson has 11 points, and it's going to be a full timeout. So we'll take one as well. This timeout brought to you by Carmi Lumber. Back in 1 minute. Seconds left to play. Bulldogs lead 47-40. They get across the timeline with Driscoll with the full court pressure being applied. Driscoll almost traveled. Up ahead, it's going to be an open layup for Bauer. Up and good. Bowers has 15. Redbirds again back within 5, and they apply the pressure. 1:12 left to play. Driscoll gets it across half court. Now almost falls down and gets called for a travel. And the ball goes back over to West Frankfort. The Redbirds not going away. 47-42, 1:05 to go. King picks his dribble up on the left side. Looks back to his right, now goes back to his left to Winnington. Winnington picks up his dribble. Right side, King wants to attack the basket, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Tyler Gomat. And a technical against two.
Who's it going to be on?
On Tyler Gomat. Oh my goodness, or a double tech.
No, they're calling the original foul on him and the tech.
Oh wow. So back-to-back fouls for Gomat with the regular foul. Now the technical, the second Carmi technical of the day. And it's going to give West Frankfort 2 free throws and the ball, down by 5. First free throw, no good from Tyson.
Yeah, they say ball doesn't lie.
This is a big free throw here. Can make it a 1-possession game with 53 seconds on the clock. Second free throw for Tyson. Missed them both. 2 huge misses, and it stays a 2-possession game. West Frankfort does still have the ball. 47-42. I guess he would have had to make both of them make it a 1-possession game. Into the front court, it's King. Directing traffic, now left side Tyson. Guarded by Holloman. Top of the circle, Thomas. Now right side, King. King looking, left side, back to Tyson. He dribbles left. Step back 3 on the way. No good. Connor grabs the rebound. 35 seconds left to play. It's a 5-point Bulldog lead. Connor, the guy that gets across half court, and Kevin Wolf calls a timeout. With 29.7 seconds left to play, it will be a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. This timeout brought to you by Carmi Lumber. Back in 30 seconds on 97.3 WRUL. 29.7 seconds left to play. The Bulldogs lead West Frankfort 47-42 after two big misses at the free throw line by Eli Tyson and a missed three-point shot by Tyson. The Bulldogs have possession, leading by 5. Well, Travis, you can imagine West Frankfort's got a foul from this point on. If the Bulldogs make their free throws, they'll come away unscathed.
Yeah, West Frankfort's going to have to play for the steal, and then if they get him in the backcourt, they might wait a little bit, but they need a foul straight away.
They get it into Connor, and they will foul straight away. That's Bowers who fouls him with 27.1 seconds on the clock. Going to be a 1-1 here for Bryce Connor. Trey Dixon will check in. He will get Landon Driscoll out. So Connor will shoot 1-1. 27.1 seconds left to play. Connor's first free throw on the way. Missed it. Rebound tipped up, and King has it. 24 seconds. Here comes West Frankfort down by 5. Whittington in the corner to Tyson. Now King. King fires for 3. It's short, and the rebound tipped up and grabbed by Gavin Holloman. And Holloman's fouled with 13 seconds left to play. Bulldogs catch another break with West Frankfort getting an open look from downtown. King missed it, but again, the Bulldogs got to make their free throws.
Yeah, it's big here. You got to hit these free throws.
12.8 seconds on the clock. 47-42. Holloman missed it. Rebound to Bowers. They got to score in a hurry. Catching through 3, Whittington. No good. Rebound, Edwards. 5 seconds, and they call a foul with 3.9 to go, and the Bulldogs are going to hang on. 3.9 on the clock. Going to be free throws here for Mitchell Edwards. Really doesn't matter if he misses or makes them, as Tyson has fouled out. That's his 5th foul. And the Bulldogs are going to escape a win here against West Frankfort. The first free throw for Edwards is no good. Well, a little concerning about the free throw for Carmi here late in the fourth quarter. They made one here late in the fourth quarter?
They have not since Bryce hit those 2 back-to-back. And that was about 4 minutes ago, so.
Edwards finally hits that one.
Had to break the spell eventually.
They get it into King. King will go up ahead, and a quick 3 for Buckingham is no good, and this one's over. The Bulldogs survive. It wasn't pretty, but a win is a win. And Carmi ends the DuQuoin Tip-Off Classic 3-1, their best finish since they won the tournament back in 2016. A great week for the Bulldogs despite the tough loss earlier today against Heron, but they get it done, tired legs and all, tonight against West Frankfort. 48-42 the final score, and the Bulldogs improved to 4-1 on this 2022 season. We will take a 3-minute break. We'll do some math for you and come back with the Roark Transport postgame show right here on 97.3 WRUL. The postgame show is delivered by Roark Transport, hauling fuel, rock, grain, and more to help our community grow. Call 265-3665 for more. Cole Carter and Travis Black as the Bulldogs defeat West Frankfort here in their final game of the Duke Coin Tip-Off Classic. 48-42. Travis, it wasn't pretty, but they got the win nonetheless.
I mean, a win's a win, Cole. It wasn't the best. It wasn't what we really thought what would happen, but I mean, you gotta kind of expect that kind of performance though, with tired legs and etc. But I mean, really didn't work too well on the inside offensively. A lot of threes early on in the game, but yeah, a win's a win.
We'll welcome in head coach Kevin Wolf. And coach, it wasn't pretty, but in this tournament, a win's a win.
Hey, a win's a win. That's what we talked about. It was a quick turnaround. We played a whale of a game early this afternoon. We knew we'd be tired, but that was good for us there. We found a way to win. We did a lot of things poorly, but just our energies. We're not very deep, and playing 2 tough games in 4.5, 5 hours just took a toll on our guys. But we found a way to win. That's what's most important.
And you mentioned it, 2 games, about 4 or 5 hours, but I don't think really anybody expected that game to be that close. Do you think you guys kind of overlooked West Frankfort a little bit?
Well, I don't know about that. I just knew, and maybe so. They looked at the score. Heron was up by 50 on them last night at the end of the third quarter, but we also don't press. And then we went to the 1-3-1, and we got a bunch of turnovers there, and it was 11 at halftime, and I really thought if we come out, I told the guys at half, I said, get it to 15 or 16 or 17, and you have a chance to end it. And I think we got it to 15, but then we had some untimely turnovers, bad shots, and they made some plays, and then they just kept it close all the way down to the end.
You guys really worked well in the half court, in the second half especially, when you were like, no threes, only layups. And really, that was when you guys started to make your runs.
Yeah.
Is when you guys were focusing on getting the ball inside. And they did a good job at stopping Rice in
they
terms
had
of the
everybody in
post
there
up.
on it.
Yeah, they were packing the paint.
Yeah, and that's what I told them. I knew we were tired. And I told them, I said, I don't care how we win this game, whether it's 36-30, it doesn't matter. So, and they weren't able to, in the first half, get up and pressure us really any. So let's take a minute and a half, 2 minutes off the clock here. Not that we want to play stall ball, but in a game like that, you just have to do what you have to do to win. And I wanted nothing but layups and nothing around the rim. We did a good job. Gomer, we had a good possession where it went probably maybe a minute. He was able to get to the bucket and make one. So sometimes you have to win ugly. Everybody hears that. I was talking at halftime about, Gavin Holloman's a pitcher, and I asked him if he's ever won a game on the pitcher's mound without his fastball. And he said, yeah. And I said, what do you have to do? Go to your other pitches, And our other pitch tonight was trying to take some time off the clock a little bit because we were tired. Defensively, we didn't guard their little shuffle cut thing very well. But like I said, by and large, we can learn from it. We got the win, and that's what we were after.
And really the first time this season you guys have kind of had to grind one out. It's been a lot of non-close games prior to today, but that's a learning experience to go against a really good team earlier today and a game again tonight where you have to grind it out all 48 minutes.
Just kind of what I was alluding to, just finding a way to win and doing it a little bit differently, and maybe having to not score like we did this morning, 67, and I don't know what we scored there, but just finding different ways to win. And every game's going to be a little bit different. Some games are more up and down. West Frankfort did a good job of sending all the help into Bryce. Everybody was in there. He did a good job finding some guys, but we had some bad turnovers, and just I'll credit West Frankfort. They played really hard. They were up for us. They kept it close, but at the end of the day, we found a way to get the win.
Well, after all these road trips, you guys are back at home next week. Got 2 games at home, North City on Tuesday and then 4 on Friday first. What we know about the Fighting Cardinals?
They got 2 good seniors that are back that have played for a long time, and I think Joel Horton and the long kid, I forget his first name. But 2 nice players. They got some pieces around them. Got a chance to go see them the other night. Good little team. We'll have to. I think I'm ready to get back home though, and I'm ready to play a game without having to play one right before it. But I think our energy will be good. The crowd's going to be great. North City will be a good crowd. It's a fun little White County rivalry. Coach Johnson does a good job with them, so it'll be good. And then we get Flora at home on Friday, and that's a team that I can't wait to play with. What happened last year, losing twice to them in overtime. Most of you guys know I'm a football coach. What happened that week 9 in football? We got the Wolves circled.
So overall this week, kind of what do you take away from these 4 games played here in Duke Coin?
I think it's been a lot of good. I saw Gavin Holloman, I think, take that next step. I saw Bryce have an outstanding tournament. I saw Mitchell and Landon hit down a bunch of shots. I saw Gomer doing the things that we need him to do, the junkyard dog, the loose balls, the taking charges. And then I saw Trey Dixon come in this morning in that Heron game and play really well and give us some good minutes. So we got great, the bench mob they call them. The energy on the team is great. We're upbeat right now. Things are looking good. We just got to continue it over. I told them in there we got 4 games until we get a little bit of a break. So let's go hard for 4 games, get a little break, then it's EHT time, then a little break, and then it's into that in January schedule. So just kind of building the season into little increments. And we got a 4-game increment coming up with some good teams, and we want to try to win more than we lose.
Our coaches for your time. Best
Thanks.
of luck next week.
Yep, thank you guys.
And the Bulldogs defeat West Frankfort today, 48-22 was the final score. And Travis, real quick, give some team stats from that second half.
Carmi as a team from the field shot 18 of 45 for 40%, 6 of 22 from 3 for 27%, 6 of 11 from the free throw line for 55%. Heron shot 17 of 42 for 40%, 1 of 12 from 3 for 8%, and 5 of 10 from the free throw line for 50%. Rebounding turnover numbers, Carmi 11 offensive, 15 defensive, Heron 7 offensive, 14 defensive, and 11 turnovers for Carmi and 10 for West Frankfort. I did not count a West Frankfort turnover in the second half.
You asked that during the commercial break, and West Frankfort really got to give them credit. I thought they played a really good game, and you know, say what you want about Carmi playing 2 games in one day, a little bit tired, and they were, but West Frankfort, tip your cap, played it.
I mean,
they
played probably the best game they played all year that at least I've seen, and I've seen them play about 2 games this year. That Caro game earlier, and then against us. So. And last night they took a very bad beating, and I mean they came back today ready to play, and they almost snuck out with a win.
Absolutely. So the Bulldogs finished the DuQuoin tournament 3-1. Should be good enough for second place, assuming Heron defeats DuQuoin here in a few minutes. Bulldogs now 4-1 on the season, and as Coach Wolf said, 2 home games next week. No more traveling for a little while. The next road game won't be until the 13th when they travel to Benton. But lots of Bulldog basketball coming up here in the weeks to come. We will have both those home games for you on WRUL as well as the WRUL Sports YouTube channel next week. I want to say a big thanks to Derek Beer, the DuQuoin Athletic Director, for helping us out this week, whether it's equipment, extension cords, power strips, and also letting us YouTube these final 2 games this afternoon. Really do appreciate that. Great hospitality here at the DuQuoin Tip-Off Classic, and you know the drive isn't the most fun drive, and it's a far ways away. It's a different tournament, but nonetheless, it's a very well-ran tournament. And the Bulldogs, I'm looking forward to coming back here next year, Travis.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a good tournament. Ever since we got in here, there's always good teams here, good basketball to be played. Yeah, the drive isn't the funnest, but, you know, it's always a good time and good experience to come here to DuQuoin.
Well, again, before we hit the row onto the bounce back report, which comes your way thanks to the good folks at Wabash Christian Therapy on Oak Street and Carmi. Get back in the game and call Wabash Christian today. So, again, Travis, 2 home games next week. One of those a conference game. How the Bulldogs bounce back next week?
I mean, they got to play like they played in that first game today, and they need to just forget this second game. I mean, they scrapped out the win, but, I mean, how well they played in that first game, if they can continue to, you know, do that all year, I mean, they're going to be tough to beat.
And again, Bulldogs improved to 4-1 on the year, 48-42 the final score with the win over West Frankfort. I want to thank all of our Bulldog basketball sponsors. They are Rice Motor Company, Cherry Street Automotive, Citizens National Bank, HJ Winter CPA, First Mid Bank and Trust, Hale Body Shop, Roark Transport, Farrell Hospital, Little Giant Grocery Outlet, Jordan Funeral Group, Wabash Christian Therapy, Push and Associates CPAs, Taylor Eye Care, People's National Bank, Hamilton Memorial Hospital, Rush Appliance, Wabash General Hospital, and Boomtown Solar Energy. A big thanks to Halo Nickelman back at the WRUL studio. A big thanks to Asher Penrod for coming to DuQuoin with us today and getting these 2 games on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. For Travis Black, I'm Cole Carter. Have a great weekend, Bulldog fans.